We're not your classic superheroes. We're not the favorites. We're the other guys. Boy, we haven't had a start to the show like that in years. Kind of brings back memories of the old days. This is Around Midnight. Mixified Media Solutions Around Midnight with the local boys. I'm Joe Carbonetta. I've got Chevelle Devine and Todd Fluker joining me tonight, and we're just kind of coming off some technical difficulties like we haven't seen since the olden days. You guys remember that?
Yeah, that was...
That's how the show really got its name in the first place. That's why we called it Around Midnight, because there was always something not working in the studio.
Yeah, when you click the live and you're like, click, 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 stop.
Well, what are you laughing about there, CJ?
You guys are funny.
Why are we funny?
Because you're making jokes.
What? I'm like a clown to you?
I'm not sure how to take that, CJ.
Well, yeah, you are kind of like a clown to me, but
Oh, Todd,
I don't think that's where you're going with
you
that.
should be offended, Todd, I think.
Do I amuse you?
Anyway, yeah, so we are live this evening, and if you want to talk to us, you can give us a call at 951-356-6882. That's 951-356-6882. Alternatively, you can write to us at mixified@gmail.com. You can always check us out at mixified.com. And what, oh, are your headphones too loud, Todd? That's because we were playing with your headphone control earlier. Todd, you should see Todd's eyes are actually rolling around in his head right now, and not because of something Chevelle said.
And you refuse to turn them down for some reason.
I was looking at him like,
I was waiting to see if your glasses would shatter.
Not my new glasses.
I thought the blood coming out of his ears would be a clue.
I
But
was trying to be discreet.
Well,
I
his
was
shirt,
just like,
his shirt was red. I couldn't.
yeah, he was like, he didn't even have the camera up. He had you on, and he was like,
I know, but I would have put
pointing.
him on. I put him on blast. I'm like, oh, Todd, are your headphones too loud?
yeah, and then you're yelling. You're doing
This,
a
is
lot
that
of
good?
yelling.
Is it better?
No, keep going.
Am I
Really?
doing the wrong one?
It is
How about
insanely
now?
good.
No,
good?
that was totally the wrong one.
Yeah, you're
that was
not,
completely
you're
the
not
wrong
adjusting
one.
mine then.
He's just
that's
playing
fine.
with headphones. He's just turning knobs
That
now
one?
for the sake of turning knobs.
That's not
There
it.
you go. That's
would
it.
you
That's it.
would you stop?
Okay.
Oh my
Turn
goodness.
it all the way down. Now I can't hear anything.
Okay, how
That's
about
what
now?
happens when you let him in control of something
good?
like that.
I asked you to do it. You didn't do anything.
I told you, I'm waiting to see if your glasses are going to shatter. All right, anyway, so, yeah, what was I saying? 951-356-6882 to give us a call, get in on the conversation tonight. Would you stop playing with things like, oh my goodness, you're going to cause feedback. Actually, I think that's what he's trying to do.
I'm just trying to get a good level here.
Check.
Check.
Yeah.
Check. Check.
Level on who? I
Except-
still
yeah.
can't
Check.
hear anything.
Sibilance.
The only thing-
Sibilance. How about that? Sibilance.
I'm so totally
There it
gonna
goes.
shut
Check.
off his mic in a minute. You know that?
check.
Anyway,
There.
so yeah,
Test.
Test. Check. Check.
Test.
It's a good start to the show. Okay, now we're gonna start for real, guys.
Can
Going
I just?
live.
I'm gonna like slap.
Wait,
all of
wait.
you.
Check.
It's like it's gonna be like the
Check.
Three Stooges. Like
Yeah, the old Three Stooges thing.
yeah. So
Now you knuckleheads.
I was filling out some paperwork, and this was for one of my children. There was a questionnaire that was sent to me from the school, and they want to know a few things about how I perceive everything is going.
Which of your Stooges is a favorite?
What?
The
No.
Three Stooges.
No, this was for my son. My son doesn't even know what the
Your
Three
son
Stooges
is your
are,
favorite Stooge?
But I'm gonna have to say Mo. Mo was my favorite.
You would say Mo.
Who is your favorite?
Shemp.
Yeah, Curly, of course.
Shemp.
Shemp and Carl. Okay, well that figures. I don't know why, but it does.
I don't know why. I just
Groucho.
Uh,
I feel like I see
That's not one of the Stooges.
Curly like with somebody putting one of those big monkey wrenches on his nose and him going "Wow, wow, wow, wow," and making a noise like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what you do.
Yeah, that's why I identify with him so much.
I see. Okay.
He's the coolest one.
Yeah, so if you want to call and let us know which one of the Stooges you are, give us a call again at 951-356-6882. So
Donald Trump.
Ooh.
That was a conversation stopper.
Yeah. Well, no, but that one was really good, actually. I kind of like that one. That's but he would be like the fourth Stooge, right? He was the one that was booted off the show before they ever went on the air.
Couldn't tell you.
Shemp?
Shemp? No, Shemp was on for a while.
I don't
Was
know.
he pre-curly or post-curly? He was pre-curly, right?
I think so. I'm trying to remember. Curly replaced him because there
And
was
there was a third-
It was
there was
Larry
another
Moe
one.
and there was Larry Moe and Shemp, and then it became Larry Moe and Curly.
There was another one too.
That's what he's talking about.
No,
There's
not Shemp.
Larry.
No,
There's
no,
a
no,
fourth
no.
one.
But there was another third one.
No,
There
there was
Shemp
only the
and Curly.
two.
There was one more.
No, there wasn't.
And
got-
he looked like Curly.
You
but
got to
he-
look that
he
up then,
wasn't.
because I'm pretty sure there was only Larry Moe and Shemp, and then Larry Moe and Curly.
There was another one.
So going back to the form, if I can finish what I was saying, I want to know why it is that on every form you fill out anymore, there's the standard question of what your ethnic background is. I mean, it doesn't matter what form you're filling out. I've seen that question on job applications. I've seen that.
Hold on,
like
Joe.
I said,
Hold on.
What?
Whatever you're saying isn't very interesting. But I'm looking at the Three Stooges Wikipedia page here. Wow, there's a lot of information here. This is a long page.
All right, what has that got to do with the fact that there were only the four?
Ted Healy and his Stooges. Is that him? Ted Healy?
No, Joe.
What?
Mo Howard, Shemp Howard. They were related?
Yes.
Huh. Larry Fine. Fred Sanborn? Yeah, it says Fred Sanborn appeared in the first Hollywood feature.
Yeah, there were other ones.
But he wasn't one of the Stooges. He was just another character.
No. Curly Joe. Joe Dorita became Curly Joe. That's what it was.
Well, that's
You went too
Curly.
far. No, but it was a different actor.
Is it this guy?
No, that's Shemp.
Those are the original. That's Larry Moe and Shemp.
All right. Anyway, back to what you were saying.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for confusing
You're
the heck
filling
out
out
of me.
forms at your school.
I just want to know why they have this question on everything about your ethnic background. And then on top of that, it's always a multiple choice question, and none of the answers actually apply.
I guess, yeah, for you especially, your kids are like multi-ethnic.
Exactly. You know, there's no box that says Heinz 57.
Well,
I've
your
actually
kids are
written that in
multi-ethnic.
once or twice.
Well, your kids are quasi-ethnic. How about that? My kids are like uber ethnic.
The kids are only mostly white.
Mostly white?
Yeah.
So what would you call that? Cookies and cream? I mean, I don't know. What is
No, it's like white chocolate.
white chocolate?
Yeah, you know, they call it chocolate, but it's not really chocolate.
It's like a reverse Oreo.
Wow. They call it chocolate.
Come on, let's
but
be
not
real.
really chocolate.
Like a
Come on.
double stuff.
Reverse Oreo, huh? Okay, that's see these are boxes that should be on the ethnic background question. But I don't understand why they need that information. How does that relate to how my child is enjoying
Being
his
educated.
Yeah.
Well, this actually kind of plays into the kind of weird dichotomy that happens with racial awareness.
Okay.
Because all of this is born out of the fact that people want to be recognized for whatever race they are so that their contributions to society can be recognized, and dollars are set aside to encourage certain cultures, ethnic identities. Now you go to religious factions, gender identification, all that other stuff. There's money set aside for specific targets. So in order to get that money, grant money specifically, which a lot of schools are starting to rely on because government funding is just not covering the bills anymore, they have to collect that information.
I'm just wondering if this question is a legacy from the affirmative action days, you know, and it's like that thing.
You're
those
calling it a
strange
legacy, but
laws.
it's still very much alive.
Affirmative action doesn't.
It is very much
doesn't
alive.
officially exist anymore.
It never
hasn't-
really officially existed. I mean, it was a cool name that they had for something, but they've always tracked statistics. Always. They've always done it. If for no other reason so they could deny people stuff. Because if you go back far enough, that was one of those things that would get you blocked from access. Is what box you were checking. Like, oh, that guy's this. No, I don't want to do anything. I don't want anything to do
Yeah,
with
I
that.
feel
Well,
like
yeah. Back in the days of affirmative action, if you checked white, you were pretty much not going to get the service.
Yeah, that's
I feel
debatable.
like that's one reason you would think that if they were actually interested in the actual information, that there would be a lot more boxes. Because, yeah, pretty much there are, 5 boxes? And, yeah, one of them's just, like, non-Hispanic.
Yeah, there's white, not of Hispanic origin.
Yeah,
then
white,
there
not
is
Hispanic.
Hispanic.
Yeah, African-American, Pacific Islander.
Yeah, it's like
that's
they
always
threw
a big
everything between Europe and Hawaii is all one category.
Well, see, and here's the thing I don't understand is how come they will break down several of the different Asian cultures? Because like you said, there's Pacific Islander and then there's something else. But other than that, you're either black, you're white, or you're Hispanic. And I guess if you are anything, if you have any mix in there, you're not white anymore. You are whatever the other thing is.
Well, that kind of has, again, that's more to do with the clan mentality of the cultures. Because when you have very small numbers, you'll start to kind of congeal with other cultures just to get more numbers.
Yeah.
So whether you're Caribbean or African, most people just see black. So you're always going to just be thrown in as black. Same thing with Hispanic. Whether you're Colombian or Peruvian, you're Mexican.
Oh, FYI, we got a we got to vote for Curly on the Facebook live chat.
Vote for Curly.
So that's 2
I
for
think Curly
Curly.
might be everybody's
Interesting.
favorite.
Really? Curly, huh?
Yeah,
I'm still...
He always made all the funny noises. Wow.
Are you going to make that
why do you
noise through the whole stuff?
You sound like a cat. And that's not the same as
Hey,
Curly.
you wise guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Who likes Mo?
I would like to see
He's the
Todd
mean
do an
one.
impersonation where he has his Donald Trump talk to his Curly.
okay, do that. Let's do that, Todd.
Let's do that. What are you going to talk about?
Building a wall.
We're going to build the wall, and it's going to be huge. It's going to be fabulous. So great. Well, I don't know about that. Trump?
It was much more epic in my mind.
And then Trump just proceeds to beat the crap out of him. You wise guys.
Did you guys catch that? Was it Comey that is comparing him to a mob boss?
Who, Trump?
Yeah.
This is not something new to him?
Yeah. I don't know. You know, Comey has just released that tell-all book that evidently is going to be scathing, but as somebody said, is really not that impressive. But in it, he likens Trump to being a mob boss and calls him completely detached from.
Oh, well, I mean, he is
Reality,
definitely completely
morality.
detached, but God bless him.
Trump?
Yes, sir.
Why?
There are conversations that are happening right now that would not happen if he was not president. Love him or hate him, he gets the conversation started.
Okay, name one conversation that we should be having that is a direct
The
result of him.
immigration conversation has been front and center for a long time, and it basically all started with his ban on the Muslim nations.
And now it's come out,
and
that
then you have the wall.
there is a rumor floating around now, or there is some unconfirmed reports that among his philandering, he apparently fathered another child with I guess it's some kind of housekeeping person or maid from the Trump Towers. Now, and of course, he's saying that this isn't real. Of course, it's all fake news to him.
Of
But
course, that's his standard response to everything.
exactly. But the discussion is that he actually fathered this
That never
illegitimate
happened. I
child.
paid her
And
a lot of money
What
to
would
say
really
no.
be a kick in the pants is if this person, this cleaning person, turns out to be an illegal alien. Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Well, the son would be legit. You said son, right?
Well, I don't know if it's
Child?
a son. Yeah, I'm making assumptions here, but the child. Let's be correct about that.
I gotta find a picture of that kid that Schwarzenegger had. Oh my
Yeah.
God, there was no denying that was his kid, right?
Oh yeah, well the genes are pretty strong there.
Yeah, the face was strong with this one. Face, force, get it?
Okay. I
You
gotta be
like-
on that button a lot tonight.
Yeah, you should slide that closer or something so you can hit it.
Anyway, so
So check in the box.
yeah,
Well, if you want to mess with them, just check a different box.
I was actually going to put
because
like
according to last week's show, you're black.
according to last week's show,
Yeah,
I'm black.
Facebook says you're
That's
black.
right. That's right. I forgot about that. Facebook says I'm black. Interestingly, I was going to write in, something like Martian, and my wife didn't think that was funny. But I don't understand why they need that
was
information.
Well,
Oh yeah.
When
take a
you
look
are
here.
a part of one of the marginalized groups, and you can
There's the
pick whatever
mom, and
group it
there's the
is.
kid.
Oh, this
Yes.
is Schwarzenegger and the housekeeper. And, I see.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Look at
Oh,
that.
yeah. That's baby Conan right there, man.
Look at that.
That's baby Conan.
Oh yeah. He's getting pretty buff too.
Huh.
Wow.
Interesting.
What box does he check?
Oh my goodness. Do they have him cosplay as Conan? That would be the best.
He's like, oh, I guess I'll fess up.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's no denying that. All right.
Huh.
Okay, now you do your Trump and your Schwarzenegger and your Curly
There you go. Yeah.
fighting
the
about gun
chopper.
control. No, don't do that. So yeah. When you're in one of those communities that feels like you don't have a voice, it is important you to be recognized, and that box is sometimes the only way you can do it.
But you know what? In this political climate now, with Trump doing all the saber rattling about getting rid of all of the illegal immigrants, how inclined are some of these people going to be to check the box that says Hispanic?
Just because
You
you
don't think
check
it's
the
gonna make
box
it
doesn't mean
instant-
you're illegal.
Yeah, well, but that's
There's-
the way that
there's two
that
schools of
community
thought
is
on
being
that.
made to feel
I know, but
now.
there's two schools of thought on that. If you don't
Okay.
check the box, then you don't exist. If you get millions of people checking that box, it's a lot harder to talk about doing that with millions than if you get one or two that are willing to stand up and be bold. The only reason people get plowed over is because they lay down. If you stand up, I mean, you might still get plowed over, but
No,
that-
you don't get
one of
plowed
the
over, you
most-
get deported.
Yeah, there's a couple of the most powerful images ever are the guy burning in Vietnam, the monk, and the Tiananmen Square thing with the tank. Those two images right there is when one person stood up and essentially changed.
And what
like,
happened
the
to that guy
political-
standing in front of the
Well,
tank?
I don't know. He got
He
locked
got
up
run
for-
over.
for yeah.
I think he got run over,
might have.
along with a whole bunch of other people.
But it opens up the eyes of the world, and somebody's got to be willing to take that make that sacrifice. If nobody does,
Well, that's
then
easy for
it's
you
easier
to say
for a
because
person.
you're not worried about being deported. But when you've got a wife and two kids
Bro,
here and you're just trying to make
I
ends
guarantee
meet,
you, I got plenty of things to be worried about, and deported is actually probably one of them. If for no other reason, voluntarily, because there's a lot of crap that goes on where there's a whole lot
how
of
is
different
it
ways
you're
to be
not
marginalized.
deported
But-
if you do that voluntarily? That's just called leaving the country.
I'm gonna play the angry American here.
Okay.
If you enter illegally, you can't be shocked if you get deported. Period.
All right, I'm not
It is
gonna,
against the law.
I'm not going to argue with you there, but still, I don't understand why this box has to be on the question. I mean,
Because the box wasn't put there for illegal
what
immigrants.
else?
Before,
Let's
it used to
think
just be black and white.
It could just be, they're
And then
asking,
other.
do you pick your nose? I mean, what other pointless questions?
Well,
would
I
they-
mean, how many boxes do you want to check? Because actually nowadays, I think what they're going to do instead of that is they're going to just start using the statistics from things like Facebook, Instagram, and whatnot. They're not even going to ask you. They're just going to ask you for your Facebook handle, and they'll just suck all that information down automatically.
maybe they should just ask that, get right to the point
Yeah,
and say,
'cause
are
Facebook
you
is
illegal?
so accurate.
Oh,
I mean,
as
is it
we
any-
right,
saw.
because I'm black.
I actually, who was it I was talking? I can't remember who it was, but I have a friend, black guy, who checks white.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he wants to get
Because
hired.
you get that phone call. Because you guys can play it any way you want to. There is absolutely 100%, if for no other reason, you can look at a guy like Trump and say that there is definitely bias. Racial bias, religious
I'm trying
bias,
to imagine
gender bias,
how this
it
would
exists.
go down when he got the call. I'm assuming this is like on a job
Well,
application.
now think about that. If you're the employer
Uh-huh.
and you call this guy up and you have a great phone conversation with him and he walks in and it turns out he's black and all of a sudden your attitude changes, you're opening yourself up for a lawsuit.
Yeah,
But you're
although
practically
you could just play
offering
it
them the job,
totally
but
straight and never say a word. Don't offer him the job
But what
or
if they
anything.
say, "Oh, my
Yeah,
bad, I
you
checked
would
the
be
wrong
privy
box."
to that information.
I'm trying to imagine him walking in, and it's like when Michael Jackson used to say that he really wasn't lightening his complexion. Is there a reverse process?
Okay, now-
I was in the sun too long.
Here's
My
another
bad.
question. What is
Forgot
it?
the suntan lotion.
I got that vitiligo,
What is it that makes you white?
son.
Is it strictly skin? Because technically, everybody's African, so anybody checking the box should be checking African.
Oh, now he's getting biblical.
This is
On
you
the
can,
fa-
you can biblical or evolution, whatever road you want to take. All of it goes back to Africa.
On
Pick
the
it.
Facebook chat, Kelly jumps in. She says it's weird because I'm from England, which is Europe, but when I tick the box, I meant to tick white rather than European because apparently I'm technically considered European. It's weird.
Yeah, like Europe and sometimes France, they're not because their English is not a Latin country. So all of the Latin countries and then the Eastern Europeans, those are more European. But then when you're in England, Scotland, those ones, for whatever reason, they're excluded.
And Aaron jumps in. She says curly or shimp. You don't get both, Aaron. You gotta choose. Shemp or Curly. Which one's your favorite?
See, he's saying that because he thinks he's funny, but he's really a mo. He's kind of a bully.
Knuckleheads.
Okay, now do Trump and Schwarzenegger and Mo. Okay.
No, don't do that.
Okay, he says Curly.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of
he says
checking
Came
a box.
down on Curly.
And I would be inclined either to just check whatever box you feel like that day, or don't check a box at all.
Oh, yeah, well, you know.
Because a lot of people do that too. A lot of people don't check the box.
Martian or something. I want to write, I'm going to write alien and put that on there and see what they say.
Well, if you really want to piss them off, just put American.
There we go.
I mean, technically, you don't have to fill out that information. I think they always make that pretty clear in whatever forms you're filling out, job applications, or, they say you don't have to fill in the gender or the ethnicity. All that information is technically voluntary.
Sure it is.
Well, it is, but if you're volunteering to not get the job, don't check it.
Yeah, that's why if I'm filling out a college application, I'm black. But if I fill out a job application, I'm white. What the?
You just killed it.
Yeah, what happened to my mic?
You hit a button.
No, all we did was turn down the
Stop touching
monitor.
stuff, Joe. You're freaking everybody out.
Yeah, leave your phone alone. You can not check your tweets for 5 minutes, Joe.
I'm not checking the tweets. I'm preparing in case we actually get a telephone call.
That's likely.
No, it's not.
Let's put the phone number up.
Yeah, let's do that. If you want to join the conversation, you can tell us which one of your favorite Stooges you have, and also tell us which box you check. 951-356-6882. Actually, don't tell us what box you check, but tell us whether you think that question should even be on any form, anywhere, anymore. I'm kind of curious about that.
Aaron jumps in. He says Chevelle is Mo.
I probably am.
Yeah,
I think I'm more of a Larry.
Yeah, I think he's just, kind of
Especially with this hair.
the general, background stooge.
Yeah.
Larry's just kind of there.
I'm going to let you guys do whatever you do, and then I'm going to sit back and, occasionally throw the hand in the middle so I don't get my
Well,
eyes
that's
poked
Curly.
out.
That was Curly that did that. Curly's the one with the hand thing.
Larry did it a couple of times.
I think Larry
No,
must
I
have, because seriously, why is Mo constantly trying to jam people in the eyes? Why is that his move? And
Because it works.
why do people still be friends with him?
Boy, I oughta.
If either of you jabbed me in both of my eyeballs one time, I would kick you in the nuts and leave.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't be seeing anything.
He would just be kicking in the...
It's like flailing about. It wouldn't be hitting anything.
That'd be funny.
We should
That would
try
be
it.
funny.
We should totally try it. Let's actually poke him in
I
the
don't wanna
eyes
get-
and see what he does.
No, he might mess around and kick me in the knee trying to get... That would hurt just... Well, maybe not as bad as getting
I'm
kicked in
gonna
the
kick
nuts.
over this little table.
All right.
He might kick my stool out from under me or something.
I think it's time for us to take a break at this point anyway, but that would be interesting.
So what box are you checking, Joe?
Like I told you, I'm writing in Martian now.
But what did you
putting
check?
Alien.
But what did you check?
I didn't. I really didn't. I was
You
going to
didn't
write
check
in,
the box
I know.
at all?
I was really going to put in Alien. My wife stopped me, so I didn't put in anything.
Stop me.
All right.
I'm going to put Martian. But anyway. All right, so this is Around Midnight with the Local Boys. And 951-356-6882 is the number to call. Check us out at Mixify.com and write to us at Mixify@gmail. Or you can tweet us or whatever at Joe Carbonetta, at Chevelle Devine, or at Todd Fluker. All right? And we'll be talking to you right after this. Around Midnight is a production of Mixified Media Solutions. Mixified is a full-service multimedia production company. From boardroom to broadcast, whatever your production needs, Mixified is your solution. Go to Mixified.com, that's MIXAFIED, or call 951-356-6882. Mixified Media Solutions.